Behind the thick curtain of majestic oaks within the territory of Mistveil Village, there was a stone well worn by the wear of time. They were told that where there was a well, people could wish, but it could only be done by a fundamentally sound person. Little did people attempt to encroach upon it, primarily due to the rumors of spirits that safeguarding its energies. After reading the information given above, one can learn that the well was found by two children named Jasper and Lila, who are fond of adventurous activities and one day decided to go for a stroll in the woods in the warm afternoon. Lila, being elder in the two, always accepted the stories she was being told by her grandmother, while Jasper, though he was a companion to Lila, was always interested in rationality, not magic. "Look, Jasper." Lila sighed and motioned to the number of stones, half covered with moss and dating back to the well. There were writings on stones, made in runes that looked dim blue in the light. "This must be it." Jasper's eyes became small-shaped again as he moved around the table. "It's just an old well, Lila. Most likely hasn't been used for at least 200 years. Disregarding what her brother had said to her, she least closed her eyes to make a wish. "Let our village be happy and safe. I really want to have the desired life." There came a stirring of the air, a low breathing of wind, which gave the trees a low sound. Jasper stepped back, allowing a completely different tone of air. The runes glowed more brightly and not very clearly. One could see some figures emerging from the woods, celestial creatures with wings, and a pair of eyes that shimmer like stars appeared. They had no emotions on their face. It isn't fun to be ignored, especially when you're the one waving money in its direction, so I took a deep breath and ventured a request. "Metaphorically, do you know the heaviness of a wish like that?" Lila gasped but echoed a short, sharp nod. "They simply say, 'I only wish for good, for our home.'" The guardians looked at each other and their bodies moved as if they were entities of smoke. Jasper, frowning, was visibly shaking from fear, then said, "What do you mean by burden? Who are you?" The one of the largest build among the guardians moved forward. "This topic presents us the following image. We are the keepers of balance. The well gives what is desired, but every request comes with a price. They in turn gave me the following. Your sister has a beautiful wish, but it arrives with a test." Lila and Jasper looked at each other nervously. Much to their surprise and chagrin, the forest grew instantly dim and the wind was no more. The guardians raised their arms and the siblings found themselves transported into a vision, Mistveil Village, or according to what they had known of it once. The village was active in the sense that celebrations could be heard in all the corners, yet something felt off. Jasper found that the villagers were sprinting in an unnatural, almost robotic manner. They yawned but laughed without feeling as if they were waking from a perpetual dream. "This is what may become if your wish comes true," said the largest of the four guards. "The state of a world without sincere feelings and smiles, where happiness could be faked without online dating. To spare them, you have to answer questions and demonstrate a command of the concept of balance." Lila's heart pounded. "How do we do that?" A younger guardian emerged from the crowd, and he had the eyes of the great forest. "A flower you call the echo flower exists here, and I want you to return it to me. It is the only medicine for fake laughter." Jasper reached out and took Lila's hand into his, and then he wrapped it up into a tight grip. "We'll find it. We have to." The two continued into the forest much further, and only the sound of the trees was with them, and their resilience. The forest eastwards appeared to be an infinite expanse that turned in circles as soon as they got end of the path. It was dark, and the trees and bushes cast shadows, and the air started growing cold. Last, the echo flower was discovered in the middle of forest zone. It was black and consisted of violet glowing and a low humid sound, more like an actual heartbeat. But as their hands got close to it, out from the dust grew a black figure with wicked-looking eyes and gnarled root-like limbs, a spirit of hopelessness. It lunged at them, snarling. Realizing too late what the monster was, Jasper quickly picked up a fallen tree branch and whacked the thing. In some unaccountable impulse, Lila sang a single note which harmonized with the buzz of the flower. The creature cowered, trembling and clearly in ill health before sinking into the ground like a plugin's defeated sultana. Tired and triumphant, they picked the echo flower, then ran back to the well. The guardians were standing in front of them, and their expressions were more tolerant, even something like pleased. You have demonstrated bravery, equanimity, and legitimate harmony, stated the highest one among those three. Your village will have been painted happy, but shall be standing strong on the foundation of endurance. And so the runes on the well illuminated as the well accepted the echo flower. Crows finished what they had to do, and in front of my eyes the forest rising from ashes on the morning dew fell. When the siblings opened their eyes again, they found themselves in Mistveil Village. The sun is in the sky right now. The people said hi to them. They smiled cordial, naturally and lively. Lila looked at Jasper, and in deep laughter, he retorted back, "What if there is more than just stories to it?" Such an answer delighted Lila, the enchantment of whose eyes could not be captured on the lens of the photo camera. And maybe, once in a while, a wish comes the right way. The forest remained as it had always done, the well hidden still watching over Mistveil with its silent protectors, waiting now for the next person to be foolhardy enough to search for the well. Please like and subscribe for support.